What's up guys, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be talking about farming on episode 8 of Leon's Arc. Here it's an amazing time to farm because you get off stamina, you also be getting new materials as drops, while also getting a treasure chest that will drop different types of forging materials. There is also a new accessory called Cyber Gear that can give blunt resistance, STR points, and the Leon coins will give you access to stuff on shop like a new armor. There is also S styles of the Game Boy SaGa styles alongside a lot of other goodies. So we'll be talking about the best solo strategies to farm here and get lots of status. Remember that every character right now has triple status gains. Okay, so in order to save time, I'll be trying to run only the last wave if the enemies are just the same. The first strategy for 811 will be Galahad. He can use his dedicated weapon and just leave Ice Wind on 7, Ice Crunch on 12. Okay, so my Galahad is doing around close to 150,000 damage against these enemies. And it's enough to kill them. They don't have that much, but Galahad is an easy to acquire character for many people. So a very easy strategy. The next one uses UDX Bertrand, and in the Dragon Stance X formation, leave Abbadon hands on 9, Twilight Fall on 9, and Dry Slot on 16, and he's gonna finish all waves. I'm using a perfect weapon, but you don't require that much, but needs to be at least 90%. Okay, my Bertrand is fully promoted and pretty close to intelligence cap. He's doing around 100,000 damage, so you can see how much HP you have. The last character that works on the stage is Arthur, but he requires the Remembrance weapon. Just use him on a Magia fight formation as well. So Arthur benefits a lot from the Remembrance weapon. He's doing around 110,000 damage with it. Without it, he just lacks damage. Now on stage weight 0.1.2, we have enemies aligned in a column, and they are weak to cold and lightning. That means you can use actually plenty of different strategies. First and best one should be Waterfowl Blade Plus. You can use the Galahad weapon, and then there are many Waterfowl Blade users like Empress. There is also Gray, Souji, and even Hector, so I'm running Empress. Okay, so all these characters I mentioned can use Waterfowl Blade Plus 3 times in a row, and here you can see on the last wave she's doing more than 100,000 to keep all the enemies with ease. And with the same weapon, same formation, just use Galahad, and then you can use Ice Wind and kill the enemies, but he's much slower. Okay, so Galahad deals more than enough damage here, even higher than Waterfowl Blade. His damage potential is pretty high, and with an easy to acquire weapon, so, well, if you want the rewards and materials that drops here, use him as well. Still using the Magia fight formation, another character that works is Summer Coppelia with the Remembrance gun. You can just leave Trick Harpoon on 7, over Spear Launcher on 12, and she's gonna use the column attack 3 times in a row. Well, compared to Waterfowl Blade Plus, I'm getting 20,000 more damage with Coppelia, and animation speed is just very similar as well. The same formation, other character that works is in US Gloria. If you pull it for Arthur, you may get her by accident. Well, use a staff like this one from Conquest with weak increase in damage and the water element. Just bring Plasma Lane on 6, Ice on 13, she's gonna kill the enemies and will require at least level 30 and full promotion and status at least on the 500s. I think her animation speed is also pretty fast, and when fully maxed, I guess she can reach 150,000 damage with ease. And the last character that works here is Arthur with the Remembrance's word is required, or else he will not reach the damage potential needed. They have around 100,000 HP. Well, since Arthur is very slow, just like Galahad, I recommend using a Waterfowl Blade Plus or Coppelia or Gloria. They will just make the farming much faster. Moving for stage 813, we can use the latest Noel. With the Remembrance weapon, he requires that. Just increase Maple Storm to 11, he's gonna solo with Burst Blade. And the formation needs to be Dragon Stance X to give him enough PP. Well, Noel's attack animation is very good. He needs a Remembrance weapon because his turn 2 damage is inferior but with the Remembrance Weapon, we gotta fix it. Well, the next character that works is Galahad once again. Just bring the Ice Cream Sword, and then just leave Ice Crush on 12. Well, Galahad deals lots of damage here. They only have 105,000 HP, so it'll be pretty easy to farm. Well, when the last character that works is Arthur again. He still requires the Remembrance Weapon, and he will do it, but kinda slow. Okay, last wave. We have closer to 110,000. We were doing too much more than that. Okay, moving to stage 814, I have only one strategy here. The enemies are super weak to lightning, but also shadow, but they have tons of HP. The character that worked here for me was Madeleine with her Remembrance Weapon, and then just use the Platinum style with Inheritance of Luna Fulgur on 6 PP, then Moon Burst on 13. Well, and don't forget to attack 3 times in a row. You will need the new formation Dragon Stance X. Okay, and by turn 3 she barely has the HP, but it does not matter. It's just that it's super slow. She has to attack 2 times, but more than enough to kill these enemies. Well, as for stage 815, we have enemies alighted in a column again, but there's just one thing. There is a boss on wave 3, so Waterfowl Blade Plus didn't work for me. May work for Souji on max potential, but, well, you can use Galahad in a very different build. Just leave Ice Crush on 12 and use the Dragon Stance X formation and the Ice Cream Sword. Okay, so Galahad will use his fast AoE attack on the first 2 waves, easily killing those minions, and then that will still give him enough BP to use his single target attack. Well, required to kill the boss because it has tons of HP. I also removed the warning message. You can do that by going on the home screen options. Farm faster, but it's still pretty slow because he has to the Ice Cream. Look, this enemy has more than 200,000 HP. The next character, use now Magia fight formation, place Coppelia in the front line with the Remembrance gun, then change her BP cycle to leave Trick Harpoon on 6 and Overspear Launcher on 12. Well, her whole strategy is very similar to Galahad. She can use her area attack 2 times, and then after that, she will have enough for her skill number 3 that will even land critical damage against this boss, killing it easily if you have the Remembrance gun. See how much damage we get here with Overspear Launcher, 24,500. And the last character doesn't really do the job, but gets so close that you can actually train skills with your second attacker. It's the latest version of Albert. Just get him the Remembrance Sword and use left fork. He will kill the enemies easily and reach the boss with just that attack. Well, the good thing is that Albert gets 5 BP when he kills targets, so he can use left fork 3 times in a row. But the boss is resistant to slash damage, hence why he cannot kill SaGa. But he gets pretty close. Let's see. Well, that's barely enough, so anyone can finish him off if they are equipped. Now moving to stage 821, well, surprise, Galahad works yet again with his Ice Cream Sword and leave that Ice Crush on 12. Magia fight formation. Okay, so Galahad's doing around 150,000 damage here. I don't remember how much HP they have, but they do have plenty. And well, once again, Arthur will work here if you have the Remembrance Weapon. Well, this is also a testament of Arthur being old now. He requires the Remembrance Weapon in order to finish this, or else he just doesn't have enough power. The next stage, 822, we can bring the Summer Coppelia, and she equips the Remembrance Gun. We will inherit Maximum Punch, leave Trick Harpoon on 8, and Overspear Launcher on 12. You need to equip her with agility boosted equipments and the Dragon Stance X formation to attack 3 times with the same attack. Well, a fully maxed Coppelia is doing around 190,000 damage against his enemies. They are easily dying here. Well, still with the Dragon Stance Axe formation, you can bring a Global Axe Silver, and you will need a very high status. Equip her with those things, and then, well, I have 522 agility, 492 STR. I could get a little more STR, but my agility is already maxed. Well, Silver's damage gets pretty close to what is needed. 180,000 is needed to kill these enemies, and, well, if she's not doing the job, bring someone in the back to increase the damage. The next character that works is Albert. You will be using the Magia fight formation, and doesn't really require the Remembrance weapon, but we'll be using. You should leave left fork on 16 and inherit Celestial Blade, because he gets BP back when he uses this attack. Well, with the Remembrance weapon, I'm getting around 190,000 damage. The enemies have 180,000, that means that we are pretty close. The last character that I have that work here is Alloces. I know the Lunar New Year Leonard also works. Alloces is using a forged weapon that belongs to Forneus, but I got a perfect one. You do not need that much, but 90% is required. Just leave Grand Trample on 11 and use Scorching Hell on 8 BP with the Magia Fight or Amazon Raid Axe formation. Well, with a perfect weapon and not fully maxed status, I am getting around 200,000 damage, but my Alloces is fully promoted at least. Next stage, 823. We have here the latest Noel with his forged weapon. It's a perfect one. Then we have to fight against humans, and they are super weak to slash, but there's a boss on the last wave, so you need the Dragon Stance Axe formation and leave Burst Blade on 11. So Noel doesn't have any problem dealing with the minions. The damage is around 230 in the second turn, but it's increased on the first and third because of his passives. I think Lara has around 220,000 HP. So, gets close, but it's enough. The next character that works is Albert, and we have left fork on 16, Celestial Blade on 12, and you should bring the Remembrance Sword in the Dragon Stance Axe formation. Well, there's not much of a problem when killing the minion. We are doing around 170,000. But with this combination of BP gains, we will be able to use left fork against Lara. And that will do enough damage. She dies in 4 hits, I guess. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. The last character that works is Madeleine once again. Bring the Platinum style with the Luna Fulgur inherited Demilun Burst on 13 and the Remembrance Sword. The formation is the same, Dragon Stance Axe. Well, we won't have problems dealing with the minions, but if you do not have the Remembrance weapon, you will probably have to craft a critical weapon that deals 4 damage against humans. Now, in the last wave, let's see how much damage we get. I think Lara has 220,000. That's probably close, but yeah, no more. Now let's move to the next stage, 824, and this one is pretty hard because there's a boss on round 3 with tons of HP, and there's a difference between the weaknesses of the enemies, and the only character that I managed to solo was Platinum Madeleine once again with the Remembrance Sword, and leave Luna Fulgur on 6, Demon Burst on 13 using the Dragon Stance Axe formation. Once again, the problem is not against minions, they don't even have much HP, but boss does have. So let's see how much damage we get with this Madeleine. Boss, we also removed the warning message. Get pretty close of not being able to kill it. Now for the last stage we will have some problems because there are minions and then the last wave has a boss. So there are some problems with handling with everyone. So you cannot solo, but there's one way that is actually pretty nice. Bring Albert, latest style with the Remembrance weapon, leave his left fork on 13, and bring someone like Antonius, welfare style by inheriting dual Whirlwind plus. You can also do this with Urpina if you want, but she needs to go on the third wave. He's using a 90% weapon just to help out a little. Well, The minions are not a problem once again. Just need to attack 3 times, they are dead. I don't know why they have very low HP. But when we reach the boss stage, Antonius will go first, helping out the crazy amount of HP they have. Now it's time for Albert to just solo the boss. Pretty easily, but it's not a solid strategy. And for the last strategy, I brought Noel. Latest style, you do not need a remembrance weapon, but I just brought to see the full damage. Leave Maple Storm on 11, bring the Dragon Stance Axe formation, and you need to bring your attacker against the boss in the second slot so that you have enough power to kill boss. Well, here I'm bringing Leon because you always have to train Leon, right? I brought a full power shot to kill even more. Well, no attack animation is actually pretty fast, that's why I like him here. Galahad has problems because the enemies have very low HP, they cannot take 2 hits, they just die in the first. So, Noel helps out, and you do not get increased dexterity for Leon, but it's not a problem. Look, the boss is already almost dead here. So, that was the last strategy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you want to support the channel, there are links on the description. I really hope this can help you with farming, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Also, please click the like button and tell me if you like the new format or if you got too convoluted. I will try to do my best next time. See you later.